Hey, it's Miss Cool this morning. Going to put my makeup on here. Yeah, so anyway, I am 64. Good Lord, am I 63 or 64? This happens when you get older, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm 63. Whatever. Anyway, that is a sure way to start off that I might not be smart enough to even do this, but I am. Have you ever forgot your phone number? I have. You know, back in the day, we all could remember our phone numbers. Guess why? Because we didn't have cell phones that said contact. Anyway, I wanted to put my makeup on today and do a little shout out and talk about some different things, you know. I've gotten on here and I've done a lot of complaining and this and that, but one thing that I've never done enough so I can be clear and hope that you didn't have to say, well, I think she said it. Well, I didn't know. Well, today I'm letting you know something. My children have stuck up for me so much in their life that their mates have almost like been jarred. They're like going, wow, my mom wasn't like her. Not saying I was better. Trust me, can I talk? Different. Sometimes their friends have liked me. Never hung out with their friends. Sometimes their friends admired me. Never drank or partied with any of their friends like some mothers have. If you're a mother out there and you've done drugs with your kids, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't own that feeling. I will not respect you, and I don't like that. Let's get that straight right now. People need to talk about that. The Goliath in their life. They need to talk about the elephant in the room. Elephant in the room is today, folks. We don't want to get high with our kids. Okay? Some of you guys have said in my life, wow, it'll make you closer. Guess what? It doesn't make you closer. You know what it does? Makes you lose respect. Okay? You don't do that with your children. Get high with anybody but your kids. Okay? That's not a level you want to introduce them to. And for anybody that has done that, my kids and me haven't. My children haven't. But they've met people in their families they have. Oh yeah, I'm coming out of the closet right now. Because guess what? If you don't stand up for yourself, they'll run you over. Check out Miss Cool's hair. They will run you over so fast that you won't have a voice in a grave. But I got a voice now because guess what? I'm not in a grave. And I'm kind of dramatic. If I would have finished school, I went to ninth grade. And if I would have finished school, I had a friend named Ty Norder. She told me, she goes, Pamela, you do not need a drama class. I'm like, really, Ty? She's like, no. But I could learn how to speak. If I've come on here and I've jarred some feelings or I haven't been honest enough, God only knows I've been honest, kind of reminds me of that, you know how the pirates would say, walk the plank. So they would have them walk the plank, right? Putting a little eyeliner here, Wet and Wild. Just not even really expensive stuff, but I never had a makeup class. So I kind of just like do my thing. Had to learn how to put makeup on. My sister really never taught me to put makeup on. If you're watching this, which I know you are, Paula, because you love to critique my videos. Go right ahead. You never taught me how to put makeup on. I kind of did things on my own, didn't I, Paula? We kind of both went different ways. But that could be good, right? You know when it's really quiet? They say an angel passed. I believe that. Listen. Some things we're not supposed to see. Some things we're supposed to believe. My granddaughter this morning was telling me all about the elf. One was swinging on a lamp. You know, Corey and Jamie, they did those things for them. Those are great parents. I'm doing a shout out for you right now, Corey. Because your mother-in-law sees a lot of good in you. I see a lot of good in a lot of people that my children have met. But some things I will not tolerate. And my children love me. They love who I am. They always do a shout out and tell everybody Mom was a good mom. We have to be sensitive to our children, who they meet. Sometimes they meet people that maybe didn't have a mom that was there, but they didn't even notice that they had a dad, and other people didn't. Guess that's why I like the Mormon church about count your blessings, name them one by one, see what God has done. In every song from every faith, if you can just find the good, that would be a great idea today. You might not believe in Joseph Smith, but there was a song the Mormons sing that I love to sing. Count your blessings. It says a lot. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. You know, you can sing all kinds of songs. People get mad at all kinds of faith. And everybody can think this is a buffet, man. She just jumps from subject to subject. But people have to realize something. We have to be sensitive to people that we meet. Before I start running my mouth, I'm a pro-lifer. Before I start saying this or that about children, before I start, saying things, just calm down a little bit. There is a boundary list, don't tell all, especially a stranger. You have to trust people when you tell them things because they can run crazy with it. Kind of like the president talks about fake news. But my shout out right now is about, being able to, talk, because you can't talk from your grave, right? And you can write some journals, but who knows when you pass on, those journals are going to go in the hands of where they need to go. I use this channel as just something to speak about. My friend Alan Norda's brother, Brent Norda, created this for me. And real quick before I go, I just like to get on here. And if I change subjects, I got a lot to say. Some musicians do. Some artists do. Some people that are really quiet have a lot to say, but they'll do like things that are crazy so they don't have to talk. Do you ever really wonder why these dudes jump off cliffs? You ever wonder why these guys are like on Facebook going down these mountains on bikes? You're like, oh my God! Maybe they haven't really talked about stuff. And somehow they're just doing something. I know I'm not going to do that because guess why? I can get on here and actually talk. Is it annoying? Probably. Is it embarrassing? Yeah. Do people that are humans share feelings? Probably. Are survivors and thrivers and victims different? Absolutely. Are there stages? Yes. Just like steps. You can't just jump completely up the steps, right? Do we have to take each one? Could we be in the beginning, middle, or half? Could we go back down and start over? Of course. It's Pamela just doing a shout out. When I was young in Florida, I want to share this brief story. When I was young in Florida, my dad, we didn't always get along, but he ran a newspaper in Crystal River, Florida. I got to turn this off here. In Crystal River, Florida, and he said, you know what? I'm going to give you a column. We're going to call it Pickings by Pamela. My dad let me have a column. You want to know how old I was? I'm going to tell you right now. 9. You know why I remember the letter 9? Because I had a mean teacher in school that said the number 9 on the blackboard. She'd show us as a balloon on a stick. I was about 9 or 10. So he let me have this column, right? Because I'm going to focus here and finish this off. So he let me have a column, and Pickings by Pamela in Crystal River, Florida. I wish I could see those. I wish I could find them. Is it possible? I went around town, and I got information. Cool stuff. I used to hang out with this lady called Granny Brown. She had no electricity. She had a coal-burning stove. We ate angel food cake. We drank tea. I'm telling you the truth right now. She really had a feather bed. We'd go out in her yard, and she was like a real thin hillbilly lady in Florida. She had a hat on. I hung out with some different people. That's who I am today, and I'm going to keep sharing. She pulled a piece of bark off, and she put it in her mouth, okay? I don't know if it was snuff or chew or whatever they did back then. Anyway, I hung out with her quite a bit. I really enjoyed going and visiting her. Granny Brown, I know you're gone, and you were old then. But you accepted me. I like that. I went to your house a lot. Smelled like an old stove coal. Her floor kind of cracked. It was cool hanging out with her in her kitchen. Back in the day, usually when you hung out in people's kitchens and stuff, they didn't have a lot of money. You know what they did? They always opened the oven door. And it was always warm where you sat and talked. I like that. Nowadays, people build fires and stuff, but they stink. It's always killer to sit in a kitchen. You can get down to the root of a lot of conversations there in love. But back to Granny Brown in the newspaper, because I can stay focused. Ryan. He's always like, Mom, why don't you tell us when you change lanes? I'm sorry I'm on a higher plane. I'm sorry my mind's thinking a little faster. Call it manic, call it what you want, but guess what? It works and it's good for me. So Granny Brown, I'd go see, and several other people, but one day I ran out of things to write in my column for the newspaper going ons and, Crystal River. So I said there was a big black snake in Granny Brown's yard. Because, I wanted to give a little hype. Not that I'm not saying the truth now, but it's always fun to look back at your life, the good things. Smelling a magnolia tree, dragging a shrimp boat out of a canal and dragging all your dad's material and carpenter nails, brass nails, and making a boat and taking it all by yourself in the Gulf of Mexico. This is Miss Cool. I got more stories to share. Shell. Yeah, I collected shells too. But you can write things in journals, but it's fun to get on here too, right? So I had a column, and that's kind of the relationship I'm having with the YouTube channel, that I can get on here and express myself. Thanks for listening and not judging me today, but being tolerant and kind. And it's Miss Cool saying, till next time, man. I got to finish my makeup, and it's a good day. Try to share your life. Don't be those people that jump out of cliffhangers and stuff and take the biggest wave. Maybe you want to ask yourself, why are you doing that stuff? I guess you just really like to swim with sharks. 'Cause I know I don't. Later.